They seem to be enjoying themselves, but they're taking part in a serious public health project in Western Kenya. Standing in lines and waiting for hours, they were here to get protection from malaria and diarrhea and to have themselves tested for HIV infection.
What makes this project unique is it's actually using the needs for health prevention in malaria and in diarrhea, but using that as a way of encouraging people to come forward and be tested. And the biggest problem with HIV control today is the need to actually get people to know their HIV status.
Kenya's goal is to test 80% of its population for HIV by 2010, but the current figure is less than 20%. But convincing people to be tested is a major challenge anywhere, especially in small communities, where anyone who is even suspected of testing positive for HIV can be stigmatized, shunned by family and neighbors.
Initially, we did a small survey and found the community's concerns, why people don't want to come for HIV and AIDS. The issue is, when I know my status, what happens to my life? What happens to my career? What happens to my family?
That's why this week-long prevention demonstration project is seen as a huge breakthrough.
Here they're actually within their community, with their neighbors, with other people within their community, being tested openly, and hopefully through that process we can actually try to break some of the very big issues around stigma.
This project combined multiple disease control interventions into one integrated campaign, reaching thousands of people at one time. Just by showing up, everyone got a care pack with a free insecticide-treated bed net to protect against malaria, a high-tech water purifier called Life Straw to break the cycle of chronic diarrhea, and a supply of condoms. And then confidential HIV testing and counseling. The Swiss manufacturer, Vestigard Franson, donated these products and underwrote the expenses of the campaign.
We have learned, which we suspected, that the response to malaria, diarrhea, and HIV is so much more powerful united than apart.
With impaired immune systems, victims of HIV are at special risk. That's why proper use of insecticide-treated bed nets and water purifiers has the potential to reduce deaths from malaria, diarrheal disease, and HIV/AIDS. In this demonstration, more than 50,000 care packs were distributed. Nearly 47,000 people tested for HIV. Among those, about 4.3% tested positive for the virus.
We need to be certain that those people coming forward and actually being positive are adequately looked after, that they get into support groups, that they get on treatment as necessary, and that we actually look after them. Absolutely, this is the one thing that will make a huge difference to the continent.
And in the months ahead, if all these bed nets and water purifiers are properly used, there should be dramatic improvements here in public health, from a campaign that could be a model for others in Africa.